And I know what you're thinking, but Jamal, it's just $1, man. It ain't that much money. Let me tell you right now. If you work on average about 2,000 hours a year, $1 times 2,000 hours is $2,000. That means that's $2,000 less in your whole pockets.
You're welcome, you're welcome. Here's another glimpse in the life of Mr. Seldom. On a mission to heaven so he can tell me well done. He got all my secrets, he promised he never tell none. You're welcome, there's no other feeling like it.
What's good, everyone? It's Jamal Haki, channel dedicated to helping individuals unlock the will to conquer imagination. And if you truly believe in self, as well as the content being posted here on this channel, then we can indeed help turn the you that's you into something more valuable. Now, if you tuned into the video, you see the title. I'm going to be playing around with it a little bit in my head while I do this video. Basically, we trying to figure out exactly how much nurses get paid, how much new grad nurses get paid, how much your boy as a new grad Psych RN is getting paid, and how my company played me on my first full check.
Boy, ain't no way, boy. Boy, ain't no way, boy.
We talking about everything in this video, and I'm gonna show y'all the details. I'm gonna show y'all the proof. Perfect. I'm gonna show y'all the, the pay stub. I ain't gonna tell y'all where I work or anything like that, man. Your boy ain't trying to get in trouble, you feel me?
Nope.
'Cause I just started working, and I ain't trying to get fired on my day off, you feel me? But I will go into details on all of this. So where exactly do we start with this video? Again, I'm trying not to make it too long. But if you tuned into the content, then you know how we rocking here. We know how we rocking over here. Oh! So first things first. Before I show you anything in relation to my pay, how much I get paid, I think it's first important to discuss how much typically new grad nurses get paid. What should you expect? You've been bust your tail. You went to school. You went to either accelerated program where you finished within like 15, 18 months, or you went the normal route where you got your prerequisites and then you applied for your nursing program. Either you are an associate's degree in your RN, or you are a bachelor's degree RN. I don't know in terms of the pay rate and the pay scale of an associate RN, but for the sake of the video, we're going to focus on a bachelor RN. Now, just to throw out a disclaimer, I live within the state of Tennessee. Perfect. Right? Something that's super important to figure this out. Different states, right? People who are RNs in different states, you're going to get different pay depending on like the cost of living and all sorts of things. For example, if you live within the state of California, typically California and places like New York City, they pay the highest because of the cost of living. And also I think Hawaii. So RNs typically going to get, especially new grads, they're going to get closer within like that 45, 47, $50 per hour type range. And people may be thinking like, yo, I'm going to move there so I can get more bang for my buck, so I can get more money. Here's the thing though. Your cost of living is much higher. If I'm lying, I'm flying. Here's what y'all need to do. Go talk to some other people. Talk to some people that live in those higher cost of living that make the money that they make, but a lot of that bread is getting spent on the where they live.
I beg your pardon?
That's all I'm trying to say. So, on average, again, you can do the research on this. On average, typically, the pay rate of a new grad RN is going to be anywhere between like $23, $24, and it can range up between, let's just say 50. Keep it nice and simple based off of where you live. However, within the state of Tennessee, the average hourly rate for a new grad is around about $24. How did I know that? How do I know it's around $24? Let me tell you, I applied to these places and I know the rates. And on top of that, me graduating and having classmates that applied and worked for these places, of course, we was talking, we was communicating. Vandy, they pay around like 24 to 25. However, some of that money gets taken out because you got to pay for parking. Huh? You got to pay for parking, people. So even if they do pay a little bit of more coins, some of that money is getting allocated towards paying for parking. You feel me?
Nope.
You got other places and other hospitals that pay, they pay $24, and that's it. That's typically seems to be the ballpark for new grad nurses, right? So why is this important? Reason why you get the understanding this stuff right here is important because let's say, for instance, someone's like, yo, but not too far away, let's say in Kentucky or Indiana, they paying me $30, and the cost of living may be relative to each other.
Nope.
Well, here's the thing. One of the things I learned is that what if the cost of living, what if the hourly rate that you're getting is a little bit higher, you get a little bit more. However, you got to account for state taxes. So that means there's more money coming out of your yearly income, right? Versus in the state of Tennessee, we don't have to pay state taxes. Right? Correct me if I'm wrong. I've been doing my taxes for a while. I could be wrong. I'm fine with that. They say a broken clock is right 2 times a day.
Yeah.
It may be a situation like this. But at the end of the day, I do know that when it comes to like your hourly rate and stuff that you're getting, again, Tennessee 24, nice and simple. Let's talk about me though, right? As a psych RN, you get a little bit of incentives, especially where I work. That's not why I chose to work there. I was gonna do going to the psych field regardless.
Perfect.
But it just so happens that we get paid kind of a little bit more than some other people.
Oh, is that so?
Now let me just talk about how I get paid, and then I'm gonna show you how they played me on my first check. So first things first. So where I worked there originally when I applied for the place, and I knew that the going rates was around 24, right? And then when they was showing me the rates, they was like, yo, we don't do 24, but we do $23. I said, hold on. That's a whole dollar less.
What?
And I know what you're thinking, but Jamal, it's just $1, man. It ain't that much money. Let me tell you right now. If you work on average about 2,000 hours a year, $1 times 2,000 hours is $2,000. That means that's $2,000 less in your whole pockets.
No. Hell no. No.
So don't talk to me about, hey, Jamal, it's just $1. Man, them dollars add up. I'm just saying, I could be investing that into some cryptocurrency. So, but here's the thing. It gets a little bit better. It gets a little bit juicier. I like the job so much that I took it anyway. But God was on my side. Oh! They left the rate at about 24 something. I said, okay. So they were just trying to, play something on me. They were just trying to just see if I was really gonna take the job. So they didn't give me 23. They gave me about 24 something. And then I found out there was a little bit of more incentive. See, you know how like there's that night differential, that weekend differential, right? And you know, that stuff like that adds up. Some people like, but ooh, what if I do nights and weekends? That's double differential added up on top of each other. You know what I'm saying? Put some whipped cream on top of that ice cream and eat it up. Barbecue chicken. That's more money in your pockets, people.
Perfect.
But let me tell you what my job did for me. They say, you know what, Jamal? We got a weekend contract. A weekend contract differential. That's better than both of those put together. They said, hold on. Instead of getting the differential of a weekend and a night put together, maybe it's going to add up to be like 4 something, 3 something. We going to give you a whole extra $5 on top of your base pay. I said, God damn.
I beg your pardon?
So that means instead of making about 24 something, I'm making close to 30. And on top of that, if I was working nights, I'll be making like $32 as a new grad. However, I chose to not work nights. But best believe I took that weekend contract pay, man. I couldn't miss up on that money. I chose to not work nights because by working days, it would allow me to learn more. It would allow me to do more. Especially being within the psych field, you already not doing a lot. And to some degree, you could do a lot more based off the willingness to learn, the willingness to grow, the willingness to communicate with your patients. See, my patients that I'm dealing with, they're not just in a bed and I got to come to them to see them and talk to them. And they just, no, they out and about, they move, and they in the day room, they chilling, talking, communicating, they bouncing between the room and the day room. They got different classes going on, group therapies, you name it. And even when I work on one of my shifts, I get to teach a class. And that's amazing because I get to use this God-given talent to speak to them in a way that can actually relate to them and get messages across to them to help them grow, to help them, better manage their, illness and things of that nature. So I love what I'm doing. And on top of that, I ain't gonna lie, I do get paid more than my classmates. I'm gonna keep it real. I'm gonna keep it a stack. Oh! And that's the beauty in it. So let's go ahead and show my pay stub really quickly. Now, I'm not going to pull it up on the screen because I'm going to edit it. There's some things I need to cut out, but I'm going to look at it on my end, right? So I already told y'all, number one, in terms of the average hourly rate that typically nurses get, right? Especially new grads. So typically new grads, they're going to get anywhere between like on the higher 48 to 50,000, anywhere between 48 to 50,000 to maybe 60 to 65. And if you're living in California, you can go get close to like 70,000, things of that nature, right? But again, once again, you got to account for cost of living. For me personally, I'm going to be getting anywhere between like 60 to 61, 60 to 62. That's without accounting for overtime. That is without accounting for overtime. As a new grad start now, I'm getting about 60 to 62. That's already pretty good to me. So, but let me tell you how they played me on my first check. Number one, I technically had this first check, but I'm not counting it as my first full check because it was literally just a 40-hour week that I did, and it was already in the middle of the pay period when I started my nurse residency. So we're not going to count that. However, one of the beautiful things, and I'm gonna show y'all anyway, that they did was they threw in the sign-on bonus, meaning that by me kind of agreeing to stay with the company an extra year after my residency is over, they say, you know what, Jamal, I'm gonna slide this extra $3,500 in your pocket. So that means that first check I got was fat, all right? And I ain't never got to check this fat like this since, I ain't never got to check this fat, I'm going to be honest. I'm going to keep it real with y'all.
Nope.
Actually, no. When I was in business and I sold some insurance, I got a fat check this one time. But we ain't going to talk about that. I don't want to get in trouble. But outside of that, they gave me, and so you can see it on the screen, right? It's about $4,134 basically. But don't let that fool you. This is not a regular schmegular bi-weekly check that you should be expecting, okay, people? Maybe in California, but not here. No, never mind. You wouldn't even expect to see that in California. I'm lying. Bi-weekly? God dang, $8,000 in a month? No, that's close. No. Never mind. Scratch that. You ain't saying that in California either.
Nope.
So let's get to how they played me on my check, and I'm gonna explain. So you know how I told y'all I signed the contract to do the weekend contract pay. So the contract tells you that you gotta work every single weekend in order to get this incentive. However, it does say you could do 48 out of the 52 weekends, meaning you can take off. I think it says maybe you gotta do like your maximum you can do one weekend per quarter. But I mean, again, nurses already get a whole lot of time off, so let's not sweat that really quickly. I'm used to working weekends. It's not a big deal for me. However, when I got my first full check, and I make sure I get 40 hours, let me throw this in here as well. Nurses, new grad nurses that are in the residency program cannot work over 80 hours. I repeat. New grad nurses in the residency program, at least in the residency I'm in, cannot work over 80 hours. So as an orientee, You cannot. So the only thing I can do is do my normal 36 hours and do my health stream, e-learning type stuff to account for more hours to get me up to the 40 hours a week, which again, bi-weekly, that makes 80 hours. So I'm just throwing that disclaimer out really quickly. So what that means is I should easily be getting 80 hours, right? Times what my pay rate is, which is 29 something, right? So let's do the math on that. And I'm gonna pull it up for you real quick. Let's do the math on that really quickly. So the check should at least be about 2,400, close to 2,400. Look at this check. Look at this check. Even if you take out your social, you take out for your Social Security, you take out for Medicare. I do have my taxes being withheld. I need to turn that back on because I ain't trying to owe Uncle Sam a whole lot of money. But let's just go with this for right now. I should have over 2,000 something, but I got only $1,818. They trying to play me.
Not on my watch.
You know what the first thing I did? I called up HR. I said, hey, where my money at?
You think I'm playing?
They said, I'm sorry, Jamal. We go retro pay it. We go give you the money. I said, thank you. All right? I love y'all. Hurry up with my money. Click. And they fixed it. Now, I'm not saying the conversation actually went like that. If anybody's watching this from my company, relax. I'm joking. It's a joke. But however, they said they fixed it. And they also said they're going to retro pay me for what they missed out on the last check. So I'm going to keep y'all updated with if they actually updated my stuff. But if they truly did, like I said already, I will be getting paid more than any of my classmates that graduated with me. That's pretty much it for the video. If you like everything you heard, if you want to know more about nursing income, nursing pay, what to expect, I'm going to be real with you. Nurses do get paid pretty handsomely, especially as a new grad nurse and you starting out. However, this is if you're looking to try to like get more money, especially if you're a guy. Again, I know a lot of women are in nursing, but as guys, right, I chose to do this particular thing because I knew that it would be something great to start in and help me bridge over into other things that I would like to do. Things that I personally want to focus on is being a motivational speaker, being an entrepreneur. So this will allow me to, I gotta say, make some of the income that I can for the meantime with the ability and opportunity to grow. Rather, I focus in on try to grow on the leadership side. You know, there's been people that reached out to me and said, hey, Jamal, would you consider being a CEO of the company? I said, God dang, y'all asking me that already? I mean, okay, cool. And then there's other things in relation to like advanced practice, you know, going to school to get my NP, psychiatric nurse practitioner, or a DNP, right? Get my doctorate, maybe doing a little bit of teaching, doing a little bit of stuff like that, because I really do love mental health. So we got options over here. At the end of the day, we're going to keep growing and striving and for the betterment of self and to help other people grow and develop themselves as well. That's pretty much it for the video. This is Jamal Haki, channel dedicated to helping individuals unlock the will to conquer imagination. And if you truly believe in self, as well as the content being posted here on the channel, then we can indeed help turn the you that's you into something more valuable. Now, people ask me, hey Jamal, how can I grow? How can I develop? How can I do these things? How can I get a hold of your notes that you have? At the end of the day, I tell people the quality of your life is determined by the quality of questions you ask, which then leads to quality answers, and that then leads to quality results. And if you have some quality questions, then definitely leave them in the comment section. I may indeed have some quality answers for you guys. Leave a like, subscribe to the channel, hit the bell to be notified, and that's pretty much it for the video. So until then, peace out.
It's the act of God. I used to act the fool, but now I act in movies. Actually, I'm just making moves. We still making music. Tell you about my past to secure my future. I'm all in my bag. Flow like a computer. That's a humble brag.